Okay, I think I'm live and everything looks okay here. Well, I guess not. My stream manager is still saying I'm offline, even though I'm pretty sure that's not true. No, I'm definitely live. Alright. I guess I will load up the game and hopefully the Twitch setup just updates itself. So, this is the 5th stream for this challenge. I'm up to Sinspawn Gui here at the top of the Mushroom Rock, and I'm gonna fight Gui in just a minute. I think I've done everything I need beforehand, but I'll just double check. I also played around a tiny bit with some of the stuff in the stream, so I put some text just actually writing out all of the challenge restrictions in like at the top left of the stream window. I'm not sure that's the best place for it. It does sit on top of the little area map. I don't know if there's somewhere better. I don't want it to sit on top of the turn bar during battles. Maybe I can have it at the bottom left, and it won't cover anything, but I don't know. If anyone has an opinion on that, feel free to let me know. I think it's probably good to have something on the screen though with the challenge restrictions, just for people who join the stream and like don't immediately, aren't familiar with the challenges and so on. So I'll leave it and see if I get any feedback. So this fight is pretty long and annoying. Without Aeons, we just don't have any way to deal damage quickly. Without items, we don't have any way to revive fallen characters, so we have to just get a little lucky and try and be careful as much as possible to avoid anyone getting KO'd. Just switching up equipment right now, so slow touch doesn't do anything. Yeah, Titus unfortunately has no good or useful weapons here. Just go with the Brotherhood. I think there's no point having him on Slayer either. I doubt he's going to recharge an overdrive, but I'll stick him on Warrior. The thing is that Titus is not good at killing the arms, whereas Oren is. So I can imagine maybe Oren can partially recharge his overdrive with Slayer by killing the arms, but Titus is never going to do that. So yeah, I think Warriors. I could even do Stoic, or yeah, I could do Stoic. I think this isn't going to matter. Okay, I'll do Stoic. It doesn't do anything. Kamari, what do I want for Kamari? I'm not going to use his overdrive except for self-destruct at the end, I think. So I don't think it matters, and I'll just keep him on Slayer. And Owen's on Slayer, okay. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Stick with the tough bangle. I didn't pick up any like yellow armor for lightning ward, which is slightly help here. So I just have the normal equipment. Oh, I should get rid of the rule breaker, that doesn't do anything. Just use a scout, I guess. I should sell that scout too. Hunter Spear's fine, Blood Armlet's fine. Yeah. Okay, and I don't want... Yeah, I'm glad I checked this, because I don't want Oren in the front line. I want him to be able to come in right away for either Titus or whoever goes first, because Power Break is really important to do that right at the beginning of the fight. So I think I'll have... sure, I'll have Waka in the front line instead. Alright, looks good. So the Gui attack pattern is basically alternating the physical punch attack and the demi spell. However, you have to remember at the start of the fight it does the punch twice in a row before it starts the normal cycle. Then when it gets low on health, it starts to randomly do demi more than once in a row. But that's honestly, that's not such a big deal. The hard part's at the beginning because the head's alive too.
I remembered Orin telling me.
So we have to try and take out the head, definitely interrupt every venom.
Sin is jacked.
That does too much damage, poison's annoying and so on. But also trying to minimize the chance of any character getting KO'd by the body punching them. This is actually a fight, one of the few fights where Kimahri and Lancet is actually quite useful because he can, like if he just Lancets the head again and again and again, he can kind of stay in the party through most of its attacks and just sustain pretty well without needing too much healing from Yuna. Okay, so Thunder hits Tidus, which means ideally I don't want Tidus in the party for the punch, which I can set up just fine by bringing in Lulu. So I think I'm going to bring in Orin, Lulu, Kimahri. Yep. So with Power Break, Gui's punch isn't going to do even 400 damage to Orin or Kimahri. Lulu's the best damage dealer, so I do want her in, you know, taking down the head as soon as possible. I have to be a bit careful here. You can see on the turn bar that the boss is going to get two turns in a row. That's actually not fine, but because I'm going to bring in Kimahri for Lancet, and Lancet has a shorter recovery time, he's going to get a turn between those boss turns. Yeah. That's the other nice thing about Lancet, the lower recovery time. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I'll cast a spell at its head.
Yes, you will. So there's another punch coming up. Everyone's fine. We don't need to do any changing or healing. So there's another punch, and then that boss one turn is going to be the next Thunder. So I think I'm fine to just keep this party right here. We'll see who the boss punches, and then we might have to heal someone to just make sure they don't get KO'd by the Thunder. Goes for Orin again. Yeah, that's fine. He can't even, like, even another punch actually wouldn't kill him. From 391, I'm pretty sure. So, Thunder coming up, and then Demi. I think I can keep Kimahri in the party for Demi. He heals up. I can actually bring Tidus in because he's already low in health and he's not going to die to the Thunder still. The Thunder does like 230 damage, it's basically the same power as Lulu's Thunder. So yeah, you know what, I'll bring in Waka first and go for the head. Not bad. And I'm just going to change weapon with Tidus. The thing is that his damage output at this point in the fight is just so low, it's kind of useful having characters with, like, you know, just essentially dropping a turn to change weapon to just give you more options, so you don't, you know, end up in a situation where, like, the boss is getting 2 turns in a row or something bad like this. So this is the Demi turn, and that's fine, just change weapon again. And then the head is going to not do anything next. Yeah, the Demi, of course, just doesn't do much damage. The only thing you have to slightly watch out for is just, like, Demi into a punch on a character who then doesn't have enough HP. But this should be fine. So the head's not doing anything next turn, and the body is doing punch, so this is a perfect time for Lulu to come back in. We want her in for the punches because she has the best evasion, right? So, like, just over the course of the battle, can bring Orin in too. Sure. start working on this arm. Yeah, so over the course of the battle, with Lulu and, say, Yuna dodging punches, it just saves you healing. And Yuna often does run out of MP. Not always, it depends how the fight goes, but it is an issue. Yeah, so that was never going to kill Oren. I checked the damage range before starting the stream. He does obviously need switching out now though. So this is going to be Thunder on the next head turn, then Demi. Tidus actually might not survive Thunder here. Yeah, this is where the battle starts to get a little tricky, just with trying to get the sequencing right. So I know that Kamari can stay in the party and fire off his Lancet. I don't really want Lulu in the party for the Demi. I think I'd rather have... I think I'd rather just bring in Waka. And I'm going to do that right now, since I can bring Kamari back in with his Lancet. Lancet always has a shorter recovery time, so bring the slower character to take their turn first. I guess I'm bringing in... So do I want to actually heal? Yeah, I think I'll actually fit in a heal here. I mean, for sure I need to heal Oren later. I don't want him at super low HP while the head's still alive. Yeah, that's the best case scenario because Kamari has lightning resistance and obviously he's sustaining with the Lancet as well. So that was perfect. So the head does nothing next turn, then there's another punch coming up, so Kamari stays in the party. Yeah, so the slight issue with bringing Lulu back in, I'm going to do it, but the head gets 2 turns before Lulu's. So have to watch out for like the punch and thunder both hitting Lulu, for example. Keep Kamari Lanceting away. Yeah, so this is the tricky combination again, thunder and punch. Let's go after the Psalm. Nice. And Lancet. So we really hope this doesn't hit Lulu. Man, he's going after Oren every time, it's pretty funny. And this does hit Lulu. Okay, but that's fine. So now Lulu's going to need healing before the next punch. But that's fine. I have yeah, I'm going to have enough characters who can survive the punch no problem. So I'll leave her in for Demi since she needs healing anyhow. Taking a bit of extra damage is fine. And also take the Demi on Oren just because he's already low HP. Kamari just keeps Lancing. So the head and the boss have slightly different speeds, so that's why their attacks kind of fall in and out of sync. So here we've got another situation like before where we're going to take damage basically 2 turns in a row unless I can have a character take a turn between them. No, it doesn't look like I can do that. that's okay. We need to... yeah, this is slightly unfortunate because I actually need Yuna to heal herself to be absolutely sure she doesn't die to the punch. I think that means I can just have Aaron... Well, I was going to say I can have Aaron defend, but he still just dies to the... Yeah, he'd actually still just die to the thunder. Maybe there's a way... Okay, if I switch weapon with Kamari, I think there's a way... I think I get a turn after the thunder and before the boss. But I don't really want to switch weapon with Kamari because I actually need to hit the boss's head as well. Okay, I think I'm going to take a slight risk here and cure Oren again. The slight risk here is that I think Yuna could, in theory, get KO'd by a high roll on the punch attack. Just see if changing weapon... Yeah, it would give me a turn between... Is that actually useful though? Because that's not a turn for Yuna to heal or for someone to switch out. So I feel like that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, don't want to bring anyone else in. That's good. Basically I say that's good whenever Aaron gets targeted. Oh man, Gui really has it in for Aaron, which is great for me because it's way better than him going after other characters. So here's the next... So yeah, the next round of attacks basically don't involve taking more damage, so I can safely bring in Lulu even though she's low health, keep attacking the head, get her out before the next Thunder and Punch. And same for Waka, I guess. Right? Yeah. I think that's the third time Waka's crit the head. I'm not complaining. Okay, so Thunder and Punch is coming up again. Let's... Okay. Oh, I can get a turn in between there, that's quite nice actually. So if I do this... Yeah, I can do this and I can change weapon with Waka. Then I can either switch out Waka or cure with Yuna. Yeah, I think this is okay. We've almost got the head down. It's only got 1400 HP left. I'm willing to be pretty conservative here, just play it really slowly. That hits Yuna. Okay, that's actually fine because now when Yuna kills herself, she's not going to die from the punch, which is coming up on the next turn. So that works out. We need to... Yeah, so someone's going to have to defend here to make sure they don't die to the punch. And I guess I'll have Tidus do that, since he's fastest and don't really need him for anything else. Oh, that's great. Yeah, getting pretty lucky this fight, honestly. Had a couple of moments where things could have gone wrong, but didn't have the attacks line up to risk KOing a character. Okay, so now we've got Demi, then Thunder. Having them that way around is unfortunate. Oh, Titus can get a turn between them though, that's good. Is that what I want? I think so. Just have to be a bit careful I don't end up with like all my characters a bit too low to survive the Thunder. Which is actually, I think that is going to happen if I'm not careful here. So I want to avoid having Yuna in the party for Demi, because that brings her down to where that does enough damage to her that a punch could kill her. But on the other hand, I kind of wanted to heal here. I think I have to leave her in. Oh, that arm's almost dead, actually. Don't really want to finish that off. I could do this with Lulu. No, I don't like that. How about if I attack the head of Waka, then cure Waka, then take... No, I don't need to attack the head of Waka, I can just defend with Waka and cure him. No, I don't even need to cure him, right? Yeah, so Kamari's definitely doing Lancet. I think I probably just overcomplicated this a little bit unnecessarily. Yeah, so bring in low HP characters for Demi. Now I need to be careful about the Thunder. So I just do this, right? And then hope that Thunder plus Punch don't both hit Yuna. That's pretty unlikely. I think that's okay to do that. Man, I feel like that's the 4th crit he's landed. That was the best outcome, just hitting Kamari does so little damage. So this is then punch attack and then nothing, so yeah, Kamari just keeps going with Lancet. Yeah, that's why having Yuna at like 396 HP can be bad. Exactly what happened there. So now we've got Thunder, then Demi. Can we just kill the head before that Thunder? No, we can't. So Yuna's going to have to heal somebody to guarantee they survive Thunder, and if she's not healing herself, it means that she wouldn't survive Thunder. So my conclusion is she's healing herself. Whack can keep attacking the head. I could use an overdrive, or I could use a couple of overdrives, I guess, to try and kill off the head. It's tricky because Titus and Oren's overdrives I don't think actually hit the head. And Lulu's targets randomly, right? So I can't guarantee, like it's not guaranteed how much damage it would take. Oh, it doesn't, yeah, it's random how much damage it would take. So that's Thunder and Demi. Okay, yeah, this works out just fine. Yuna needs to heal before she can survive another punch, but that's okay, I can do that right now. 686. Yeah, we're gonna kill that before it gets another Thunder off. So Wakka and Kimahri are gonna survive the next punch. Let's cure Yuna. I actually should have remembered to switch the moon ring on Yuna, because in that situation right there, she actually didn't need to heal when she had SOS Protect active, but I forgot about it. It's not a big deal. So the head's going to start moving. Oh boy. Wakka has it in for that head. He's attacked it 6 times, just like crit it 5 times. We'll take it. Okay, so Thunder's coming up on the next turn, but the head is... Oh, we can't kill the head. Can we? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, this is fine. This kills it. $96, yeah, that's a guaranteed kill. And then Demi's the turn after. Yeah, this is coming together just fine. So Demi's the next turn, so let's bring in someone who's already at low HP. Oren. Perfect. Let's take out the arm. And then Kimahri and Oren can start attacking the body. We'll save Lulu's magic. Lulu's magic's always good, right? Whereas the physical attackers can only really get damage done when the arms are gone. So Yuna comes in to heal Oren. Having Yuna in the party for the punch is good, like I said before, just because she has a higher chance of dodging it. Kimahri can start attacking. Oren start attacking. Oren actually doesn't get a turn before the next Demi, but I think that's fine. This is damage I don't want to miss. Like, this is really nice damage to be able to get in. That's fine. So Demi next. Yuna needs to cure herself after the Demi for the next punch. I suppose I can bring in Titus to attack. Alright, so the arms came back. Punch is up next, so let's get Yuna in right away to heal herself. And Oren starts working on the arms again. And I think I just fire off Lancet at the body with Kimahri. I don't think the math adds up super well for Oren and Kimahri to attack the arms together. But that's fine. Now I can bring in Lulu. At this point, we're in pretty good shape with the head down. Just need to be careful. Haven't used a bit of MP on Yuna, but it's not a big deal. Someone has to kind of waste a turn here. I don't really want Orin in the party for Demi. Oh, Titus doesn't quite... Titus would have to completely waste a turn. Oh, there we go, that's fine. So now I've got it set up where I'm going to have Yuno and Lulu in the party for punch, which maximizes the chance of dodging. Kamari does now need to switch out, actually. Hey Blitz, how you doing? Yep, this is the first try. Talking and playing at the same time has definitely slowed it down a bit, but we're doing fine. I got lucky at the beginning. Gui just went after Orin like 3 out of the 4 attacks, and there was, I wasn't really in risk of losing anybody, so it worked out really well. Still a ways to go here though. Right. Managed to add the challenge to the stream. Yeah, I just experimented in OBS with adding a text overlay. It's not perfect, like it overlaps with some of the writing on the screen, but I wasn't sure about the best place to put it. If you have any suggestions on that, let me know for where it should go. I could also make it smaller, I guess. Yeah, this is a situation where anyone else would be a bit cluttered, but yeah, that was basically where my thinking got. This is a complete waste of attack, but it doesn't matter. The arm just lived with 5 HP. Are you gonna take down that arm? I'm actually, I feel like she must do 5 HP, right? Oh, we'll see. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I can bring in the low health guys to actually start attacking. Mm. Yeah, it's kind of a waste to have Yuna in the party at this point rather than a physical attacker, but none of my physical attackers can survive the punch, so it is what it is. Good. Just keep chipping around the body. Do I actually get a free Lancer here? I do. Fair enough. I know that basically doesn't do anything, but I'm skipping the turn anyway, so... You know, dodging a lot. Yeah. The more I've played this fight, the better I think it is to just have the girls in the lineup for the punch as much as possible, just dodging a lot. Just like maximizing the chance of dodging attacks is just helps you so much. Okay, I made a slight mistake there. I should remember to switch to the moon ring next time that situation comes up. Okay, now I guess I can actually leave Aaron in to get a bit of extra damage in through the demi turn. Yeah, let's do that. My other demi characters aren't really inflicting much damage, so let's switch over to Moon Ring while I have a chance. We're considering starting that 3-character nerf thing challenge we discussed the other day. Oh yeah. Are you going to load your save from Titus and Yuna and just add a Riku? Not sure how to use Riku though. me just move my screen here. Okay, that's a little better. Now I can see the whole of the chat. Yeah, nothing aside from spur changes is boring. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Riku, apart from spur changing that challenge, does not do a lot. She gets lots of turns, but doesn't do anything. I don't know, yeah, the speed button, exactly. I guess so here, I mean, I think it comes down to like, do you actually want to win the challenge, like beat BFA with 3 characters, or are you just gonna run 3 characters with all the restrictions and see if you get all the way to BFA? I think that kind of, that's kind of the decision. How I look at it anyway. Yeah, Gui is having like the worst possible time. He's just not got the look this time around. For BFA, you absolutely need Titus for haste cheer and Yuna for sooner and healing. Yeah, that makes sense. Spare change for damage. Right, like, yeah. I don't know. I haven't fought that battle, but I just have a hard time imagining that any other source of damage is really going to be good enough. Yeah, it's pretty long. I feel like I definitely, yeah, I've made it longer, like, talking at the same time, for sure, but it is pretty long. Ooh, is this a Yuna attack turn? No, that's probably silly. It's probably just switch and defend. Gotta watch myself from like taking the swing with Yuna just because, you know, it's there and I want to do it. Taking a risk for 30 damage worth, yeah. I think that kind of decision doesn't really matter. It's just that, like, you know, my eyes light up when it's, oh, here's a chance to do free damage, even though the damage doesn't matter, it's just still, like, take that game. Yuna got a physical attack in and you can't stop me. That's like 6 or 7 attacks in a row he's missed. Gee. Wow, I hit someone. What did I end up buying from a whacker? I think just the usual stuff plus plus the sentry. I have the Niltide ring. TKO, obviously. Maybe one other thing. I bought... There's like a sleep ward for someone for 300 gil that I bought that... I feel like I buy almost every one of these games and then never use, but it's so... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really cost anything. I actually don't have much skill left, it's funny. Considering how much I had from the workers, I'm not sure I'm going to have enough for everything at the Moonflow without selling. But I can sell like items I pick up from all the Crusaders and stuff, so I think it's fine. Alright, Lulu's always almost out of MP, but we're getting close to the point where we can more or less just go for burning it down and self-destruct. Oh. Wow. Okay, that was almost bad. Ah, forgot about having the healing. Well, good dodge, Yuna, good dodge. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention to that at all. Is she going to be an SOH HP again after the Demi? Let's see, 75, 80... Oh, I'm just going to take her out and then heal her afterwards. Oh yeah, you're right. I was fine. I think I just want to get some extra damage in here, and I don't care if Oren takes damage from Demi. Yeah, I mean, he can still survive another punch, no problem. So we're getting close to the... Okay, let's slew this last MP. Getting close to the 4,000 threshold, which gets annoying because of switching the attack pattern. So Kamari's self-destruct, I don't have any HP boost, so it does 1932, I believe. Yeah, Aaron can take another demi. How much MP does Yuna have? 28 still? Yeah, I kind of want to just leave Aaron in the party. Lily's not useful, but it's okay. Yeah, I feel like may as well fire off the Spiral Cut. Getting towards the end of the battle. Slice and dice, alright. Now let's see, how am I doing this? I think I actually want to keep... Yeah, I think I need Kamari's damage. I need to keep him in the party more. Get some more Lancets in. I don't think I'm going to run out of MP on Yuna. I think we'll try and kill the arms once more. And then try and finish off the buddy. Yeah, that's slightly annoying. I guess it's fine. Okay, so now it's definitely a... Yes, now it's definitely a demi. Yeah, so now things get a little tricky. Let's see, how are we doing? 35. Yeah, I still have a ways to go actually. So I think the thing I have to absolutely not risk is Yuna getting KO'd, even if I have to slightly slow down damage to achieve that. So I think that means I'll just defend with Oren here, keep Lancing with Kimari ahead of the turns where it could be a punch. Oh, that's no good. I feel like I often end up in this sort of situation at the end of this battle where, like, I try to avoid taking risks, but I'm doing damage so slowly that I'm not sure it's a great decision. Yeah, so now my hand's kind of forced, right? I have to cure somebody. I think Yuna has to cure her. Does Yuna cure herself? Well, that's what I was thinking. Although, without MP on Lulu, we're just not doing. We're just not actually doing damage. Might YOLO this. So okay, so someone has to. I have to risk someone getting KO'd here, and I think it's going to be Lulu on the basis that she has the highest chance to dodge, and she's used all her magic. Although I have a turn here first anyway, so. Well, technically I should do 2 switches, I suppose. Okay, that's fine. So now Aaron can safely come back in. Yeah, that was pretty much, that's probably the best outcome actually. Definitely want Yuna out. Should I throw an overdrive with Waka? Yeah. May as well. $180. No, that's one attack from Aaron. Everything else is kind of inefficient. Let's continue Lancet. Okay, now I want to cure Oren, and I can defend with Kamari, and he for sure survives the punch. Essentially, I could just start hitting the body and accept the fact that a character might get KO'd. The thing is, I don't want Kamari to get KO'd before he does self-destruct, right? Well, I think this is happening. And then just stick Lulu in, like before. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point we just burn it down by hitting it as hard as we can. And I'm gonna cure Kamari with Yuna this turn. And I think I don't care if Yuna gets KO'd now. Probably could have used Fury. Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I totally should have. I still can, actually. I still can, and Orin and Kamari both still survive punch. Yeah. Okay, hold on, let me think about this. I don't actually want to kill it with Kamari. Yeah, I don't actually want to kill it with Kamari. I want to kill it with either Titus or Waka. So each hit does... I'll do a Fury, but I don't want to do it for more than like 5, I think. Alright, 6. I guess that's fine. Yeah, no, I think this works out. Yeah, that was perfect. Because now... Ooh, not quite perfect. It's okay. I just need to... yeah, so one Lancet... Yeah, the thing is the arms are going to grow back, and then Titus and Waka can't easily do damage to it. Self-destruct here leaves it on 139, right? Which is a damage range for Titus. But I think even if he misses that... Yeah, okay, what happens if he misses that? Yeah, this is getting down to the silly part right at the end, but I think I can still actually engineer this, so it's going to work out. So 72. Maybe not. Whatever. Oh, his arms haven't grown back still. Okay, I did not expect that. Now this works fine, right? So who do I want the last hit on? 2 Lancets, self-destruct. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. But the arms somehow didn't grow back. I'm amazed. I feel like they've been down for 4 turns, but yeah. I think I'll go for... it's a tough decision. I think it doesn't matter too much. I definitely would prefer Waka or Titus, partly for... I know there's not many underwater enemies that are weak to sleep, but there's at least a couple. And for random encounters... Yeah, I'm gonna try and get it on Waka, I think. So let's just double check this. 1932 plus 70, yeah, so all I have to do here, switch with Yuna, Kamari to self-destruct, and then Aaron Waka attacks and wins. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was long and made a couple of small mistakes that could have been punished for sure, but got lucky. Now, during the cutscene, I have to decide if I'm actually refighting that for Sleep Strike. Yeah, the last hitting is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm more patient as I've gotten older or what it is, but as annoying as that fight is, I can imagine some pretty tedious farming of stuff later. And fighting this battle, I mean, it's about an hour-long battle. It's probably going to be quicker if I don't talk as much and if I play on 2x speed next time. But I feel like I could easily spend more than a few hours farming for Kane's Lance or farming for whatever other stuff I want later, so I think I'm going to refight it.
Look out!
you can get some really crazy Gui battles in no sphere grid, no items. I remember one where I had a character KO'd really early on, and Kamari like soloed. I can't remember how much it was. It was thousands of HP, and then he just died right at the end when I was close to winning, having like fought on his own for half the battle. It was pretty funny.
Stand back, Lady.
Yes.
Well, this doesn't matter, but yeah. Power break doesn't matter either, just defend. Oh yeah, for sure. He can definitely solo the fight with if you have other abilities. Yeah, I think I've done that too, more or less. I think something I should have done in that fight is use. I should have used Oran's Overdrive earlier and then tried to recharge it. I was just holding it like in case I felt I didn't need it and I'd just save it. It doesn't really matter too much. Good job we have Seymour though. Otherwise, this challenge, yeah, the second fight would have been pretty problematic. Alright. Come on, Sleeper. Nope. Am I doing this? Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah. Yeah, no, it would be stupid. I think it's fine as like a exhibition, like a chance for Seymour to just strut his stuff, like it's it's all good. Do I need to change anything? No. Nope. I didn't mean to say that. I am ready.
We'll see.
Sin, to make sure you will.
I remembered Orin. Sin is my...
So let's see, I think I managed the first part of the fight pretty much fine and was quite lucky. The main thing I remember doing that was just an obvious mistake was forgetting about SOS Shell having Yuna's healing. But that wasn't till later. The first part of the fight actually went basically as well as it could. Yeah, that's not ideal. Yep.
So the arms are.
So what am I doing here with Yuna? There's two punches coming up from the boss. And there's not a thunder until later. So the thing with, I almost want to just cure Yuna right now. The thing is, if I don't cure Yuna, then whenever she next comes into the party, she needs to be cured before she can survive the punch. Unless she's defending, but like, she's gonna, I'm gonna want to bring her back into the party to cure. And suppose I can also, yeah, can I do this? No, that's, I think I will actually just have Yuna cure herself. I was checking the order there, but Lulu's a little slow. Yep.
I'll cast a spell.
Yep. That's fine. Okay, so Thunder, then Demi next. I think I want Kamari and Waka to come in. And I guess we see what happens with Lulu. I should start with Waka. Yeah, we'll see if Yuna gets hit again. Nice. Okay, so this is Demi. So I think I want to just start taking Demis on Titus. Yep. So I think this is, well, okay, next boss attack is definitely Punch. I think this is Thunder Punch, right? Yeah. Want to have a character's turn between those two, which I can do. Great. Oh, it wasn't Thunder. Alright. So now it's Punch Thunder. Yeah, okay. Punch Thunder with Titus getting a turn in between. And I need to cure Lulu. So this isn't ideal because Yuna's going to be in the party now for Demi, but can't be helped. Yeah, that's actually fine. So this is Demi and then do nothing. Or not do nothing, but the heads, heads start moving. Okay, now I have to be careful because so this is the turn where the turns are super close together, and we're taking damage on both. So can't completely avoid risk here. For sure I want Kamari in the party, because with another Lancet he's going to survive the thunder damage plus a punch thanks to Lightning Wood. And I think Yuna stays and cures herself, and then I bring in Lulu. And I just have to hope that nobody gets KO'd, but I suppose I could bring in Orin instead. I think this is happening, no matter what. I think I'll bring in Lulu. The chance of one of the girls getting KO'd here is pretty low overall. Like, they have to be targeted by both attacks, that's 1 in 9. The physical attack has to hit, that's like not super likely, so... yeah, that's fine. So now it's head start moving in Demi, so I can leave Lulu in the party and also bring in Waka. Have to be careful of the turn sequencing there, maybe? So if I cast a spell here, she'll be in the party for the thunder, and she'll take how much damage now? 77? No, 70 or 70, 78 or something? Yeah, that's gonna be borderline, isn't it? I guess I can... no, I guess it's fine. I'll leave her in the party, and then after the Demi, I can bring in Yuna and cure her. Yeah, I think that's fine. I can't remember I never like wrote down the exact damage ranges. The magic attacks do quite a bit less damage against Lulu because of her magic defense. I think it's like it could do up to 190 or something. Yeah, so what, like 198, I think she actually survives. I think she survives most of the time here, but yeah, actually, okay, this slightly matters because if I cure Lulu, I do run a risk of Thunder plus Punch killing Yuna. But that's a risk. I mean, that's a risk anyway. With Thunder and Punch, would still KO Lulu. I think I do it. Could regret this. Right, not Yuna, not Yuna, not Yuna. Good. Good. That's fine. So now we don't take damage next pair of attacks. Yuna needs to heal herself, but she doesn't need to do that right now. I think you almost always end up in a situation like we just had, where you know, there's some chance of getting a character KO'd. Like, I think it's almost impossible to avoid that. This is Demi, right? Yes. This is Demi, and then... this is Demi, then Thunder. Okay. And she gets another turn before the boss. So I think I actually need to kill Waka here, because otherwise Demi... oh, I could just take him out of the party. What am I doing? Kamari stays in the party and uses Lancet. That's going to stop Venom, that's no problem. Lulu comes in after the Demi. So I can just take a demi on, you know, like this. I don't, yeah, I don't, I think this is a little conservative and I could avoid using this healing, but I think the fight's also going fine. So the Thunder next turn does not kill Yuna, because her magic defense is too high. It's not going to kill anyone else either. So this is Thunder then Punch. I think this is safest because Yuna's probably gonna have to cure herself here. Yeah. Yeah, so that was never gonna KO Yuna. This is punch, then start moving. Guess this is fine to do. That's why you put Lulu in. So another tricky turn with oh no, I'm sorry. It's not punch again. It's Demi then Thunder. So Waka can stay in or come back in. We're almost there on the head. Just put Titus in because he has plenty of HP to survive both like that. So next it's the head starts moving and punch. So Oren, Lulu, Yuno's the party. Crit, nice. I tend to bring in the slower characters when I've figured out what the turn order is going to be, just because Gui is a little faster than the slow party members, whereas it's like Gui's never going to get 2 turns in a row against Yuna, for example. So that's why I bring her in last like that. Okay, punch on Lulu. Can we kill the head? Don't think we have a great way of killing the head. So I think that means I'm going to pull. So this is lightning, then this is going to be thunder, then Demi. So let's just take Lulu out of the party for that. And Thunder then Demi actually works out well for Waka's HP. And I guess Oren is fine to bring in again. Does he get go before the boss? He does. When in doubt, bring in Oren. If he's got plenty of HP, it's like... just isn't going to die to stuff. Alright, now we're going to kill the head and cure Lulu. The head's not going to get a chance to do another thunder. So it will do thunder on this turn, but it's going to die. And the next turn is Demi. Yeah, we do need Lulu's spell here though. That's fine. I don't really want Lulu in the party for Demi, but it's alright. I mean, getting rid of the head is just such a big deal. Yeah, I'll keep Kamari here. Alright, I'm gonna go up to 2 times speed. I feel like most of the time it's been taken with me thinking anyway, but given the head's down, the fight does get simpler. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I think I actually want to just cure Lulu right away, but then I can switch her out for Kamari. Yep, this looks good. 388 is too much for Oren to die to the punch for sure. Takes like 376 max or something like that. Now it's Demi, so bring in the hurt guys. Then punch again, so bring in Oren. So Kamari can't... yeah, so Kamari's in range to die to a punch here, but I can just lance it and keep him in the party. Or I can switch him out for Yuno, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Could also consider using Fury here. Yeah, delays her turn a little too much. I'll consider that later when she has a turn slightly earlier in the cycle. Yeah, so the HP gain from Lancet's going to take me out of punch range. Don't know what just happened, but I think my chat connection dropped. If anyone was just chatting in the last couple of minutes, sorry, but I might have missed it. Don't know if you're still here, Blitz. I certainly would not blame you for taking a break from watching me painfully slowly beating Gui up. Yeah, I'm still here, alright. Glutton for punishment or something. Alright, no worries. Okay, it's fine. Keep our in for Demi now. Bring Kamari back in. Yeah. So this went more or less the same as the first attempt. Could still have some small issues at the end of running out of MP and like a sequence of unlucky attacks once the attack order changes up, but pretty much fine. Oh, can I do... No, I don't want to do Fury just yet. I think all the challenge files I have are for impossible challenges, so I don't really want to play any of them. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, I don't know what to suggest. I haven't really been playing or thinking about this game much recently. In terms of having other ideas. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the only thing to go wrong is forgetting the turn sequencing. A and O plus no everything file, but Gravel fights are pretty much impossible. Yeah, I remember that. I think that had a few too many restrictions, unfortunately. Did I finish the ability nodes only challenge I was doing? No, I didn't. I was doing one similar to you, except... Let's see. I think what I did was I allowed characters to learn... Yeah, that's right. It was allowing the entire grid, but there was another restriction too. Like, there was no spare change, or there was something else I was adding. But I don't think I got past the Bavel fights either, if I remember right. There was a really cool ability nodes only challenge I did a long time ago, where I allowed MP nodes as well as ability nodes, but I didn't allow customize or spare change, and that had an insane fight against Evre Altana, where I like locked her out of having a turn with casting slow and haste alternately and inflicting a massive delay because she's a zombie. Although that fight required a huge amount of luck. I feel like I only got it to work once and it took a couple of hundred attempts, but yeah, that's probably the highlight. I think that's the strategy I'm most happy with in this game is that one fight. It's too bad I didn't record it. I actually have a save file. I've been like, over the years I've contemplated going back and trying to record it, but I never have. Okay, this is a good time for Fury, right? Yeah, Lily still gets to switch out. I was really happy with that one. I'm not happy with this Fury though. I guess 6 isn't terrible. That challenge was actually fun, even past that. Like, I got up to Flux, and need to just think a little here. Okay, this looks like a freelancer. I got up to Flux, and it was not obvious to me how I could beat Flux. I had auto life because that's right. I was allowing key spheres. That's right. I was allowing key spheres because I had copycat on Riku, which is how I got the Altana strategy to work. And so I had auto life for Flux, but I still couldn't quite get it to work. It was interesting. Yeah, I'm not really talking too much about the game, but like Blitz wrote a couple of minutes ago, in this fight, once the head's dead and you are both 4k HP, it just alternates with Demi and attack, right? So I just switch out whatever party I want to take those attacks. Can actually use. I'm going to use Kamari to attack and then cure with. I think. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, hold on. What have I done here? This is a punch turn, right? Okay, well, I was a little careless, and I think what I did was I didn't realize that the boss was getting 2 turns ahead of Waka. It's okay though, because I can cure him. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And Gui went to hit him as well. Okay, so next turn is... Next turn's Demi. Yeah, we're all good. And the arm's going to come back now. Yeah. So, Lulu. And Aaron again. And you can just defend. Nice. I think... Oh, can't quite fit in Wacker's Overdrive so easily here. That's okay. It feels a bit awkward skipping turns with Wacker and Titus at this point, but they just don't do enough damage through the armor, so it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be able to get a freelancer in here, so I'll just switch weapon and defend. Dodge again. Lucky. Alright, how about helmet reels now? Yeah, this looks good. The boss doesn't get 2 turns before Wacker's next turn, so I can get him out before the punch. Yeah, let's do it. Oops. Damn. Well, nobody saw anything. Take that, arm. Obviously I was trying to line up the reels to do damage to everything, but just rested a little bit. No worries. That was, yeah. It's okay. It didn't even hit the right single target. We're good. Happens, yeah. Happens when you play too many challenges without overdrives. You just forget how to execute them. There's going to be some shooting star fails in this challenge. I'm basically guaranteeing that. And that actually could matter. Looks like a freelance it. Yep. Okay, so what I did there was actually... I should have had Yuna cure herself. It's fine though. So I'll have... Had to practice status wheels before finding chocolate unit. Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, so I need to be a little careful here. I'm going to take Orin out for the next punch and use Kamari to Lancet himself out of punch range. Yeah, so don't actually want Kamari in for the demi, but Titus can come in. And Wacko, I guess. I think this works out fine. Okay, now I need to just concentrate for a second. So the issue here, right, is Yuna can't cure someone else because then she's at risk of dying. So she either cures herself or she has to defend. But I think Kamari gets in 2 Lancets here. He doesn't. That's fine too. I'll just defend with... Okay, Lulu's coming in the party for sure. Let's get this out of the way. So Yuna comes in and defends herself, and Kamari... No, I'm sorry. Yuna comes in and cures herself, and Kamari defends. Yeah, I could have avoided this with some better sequencing, but it doesn't matter. Still just fine, I think. Oh, I need to remember to switch over to the moon ring. Well, maybe not, given I like almost messed up last time. That's fine. Yeah, because now I think Kamari... So Kamari's going to take 75 from Demi. I'd do more damage if I attacked here because the arms are down, but I'm thinking if I use Lancet twice, then Kamari is also going to have enough HP to survive the punch. Yeah, so I think... Actually, is that true? Well, we'll see. If I mess this up, I can still defend with Kamari. Okay, he gets 2 turns, so this works out. So he can Lance it twice to be out of punch range. Lulu comes in with a spell, and Yuna cures herself. Alright, that works. Yeah, 338 wasn't enough, but that plus Lancet's going to be just fine. Yuna cures herself. Yep. I think I'm not going to actually switch to the moon ring. I'm liable to just mess up with the shell effect again, like last time. Yeah, that wasn't going to kill Kamari. That was all fine. So this time around, I think I'll keep in Orin for 2 turns and then cure. Have him in for the demi now, then cure him with Yuna before the next punch. It doesn't really matter who else comes in here. They're not going to do any damage. Just defend. Skip turn. There's the demi. So Lulu and Yuna come back in. Don't think I got quite as lucky this time with Gui missing its physical attacks, but that's fine. I mean, I definitely high rolled that the first time around, so... Okay, I think I just do the same thing again. Keep Orin in for the demi and then heal him afterwards. He just does... I mean, Orin's damage is just too important to miss out on at this point, I think. Titus just doesn't do anything. Orin takes out that arm. Okay, 2 more spells for Lulu. Okay, Oren doesn't get another turn after this, but like the boss gets 2 turns in a row, but that's still okay. Great. I think someone's going to drop a turn here. Yeah, it's fine. Last spell for Lulu. And okay. I think Oren survives Demi plus punch here, so let's just keep him in and start hitting the body of the guys. Can use Yuna to heal herself next turn. How low is it? 444, okay. Okay, so because it's under 4k, it can now keep using Demi or use punch again. So I think the plan is just keep doing damage of Oren since he survives punch, and then bring in... I guess I'll bring in Lulu and just accept the fact that she's skipping a turn. Because the alternative is leaves Yuno vulnerable to getting KO'd, which is basically the only way I could lose here, so don't want to do that. So the question is, do I have Yuna cure herself, or do I just defend? I think I just defend. Okay, well that was... yeah, that could not have gone better. Another miss. So Demi for sure comes up next. We just attack it with everything. Nice crit. Actually, I don't want to take the Demi with RN, I'd rather take it with Waka. Okay, so like last time, it's either going to do... it could either do Demi or punch here, I don't know. But just bringing characters who survive the punch anyway. Start working on the arms again. Could have done Dragon Fang there. I should have thought about that. Yeah, I think Dragon Fang was better, just speeds up killing the arms. Doesn't matter though. Even though Demi doesn't KO characters, it's actually more annoying if it does just spam Demi at the end of the fight. Yeah, like it's doing here. Because now it could either be another Demi or another punch. I think Lily defends. I think I want Yuna to heal herself now. Doesn't quite work out, I guess I gotta freelance it. Yeah. Oh, Aran doesn't have enough HP either. Yeah, it's slightly unfortunate. Just have to slow down the damage dealing here. Play safe. Yeah, that's good. Now we know it's Demi next, so I don't want Yuna to heal herself right now. Actually, hold on. So Orange should keep attacking then. right? Yeah. Yeah, now things get trickier. What you want, of course, is for the attack to miss. Like, that's the best case. But... oh, that timing is annoying. Because it's a freelancer. Okay, Owen's not going to survive even with defending, but Kamari will. Good. Good. Okay. Once it does the punch, it's always Demi on the next turn. That's why I keep saying good there, because now it's it guarantees I don't have to worry about character getting KO'd right now. Kamari can actually get enough HP here to survive the next punch, maybe. Not quite. So I think there's a damage range on Yuno if she's at 392, but I think I'm going to... am I going to risk it? No, I don't need to risk it yet. We can still just keep characters defending through the next turn. Yeah, it's fine. Ugh, this is awkward. Do you get a Lancer? No, you don't. Okay, that's a defend then. That's a defend, and that's a defend. Okay. Basically just holding pattern. Lulu's close to possibly getting punched KO'd through defend here, but yeah, so what am I going to do about that? I think I'm going to risk it. Lulu's expendable at this point, Yuno is not. Or not quite. So yeah, I think there's some chance she gets targeted by the punch and KO'd here. That's completely fine. Yeah, it ended up being a little awkward. I think we're still okay though. We're not very far off winning. I mean, we've got the 1900 damage that's going to come out from self-destruct. Just need to make sure Kamari doesn't get KO'd. Yeah, actually, this right now is quite awkward. So who's going to be in the party for the next turn? Lulu defending, that's okay. Yuna defending, but then no one else is getting cured. Is it time to just cure Oren and make sure he stays alive to just kill the last arm and then smack the body a few times? I think it is, actually. So I think I'm running the risk that Yuna gets killed here. because of the evasion, it's not super likely to happen. Yeah, well, lucky, lucky. Needs to have healed Oren before the previous demi. Yes, I think you might be right. I think I slightly lost track of the overall health. Yeah, you're right. I slightly lost track of overall health, and I had too many characters get low at the same time. That said, like, I think even if Yuna got hit there, it's still possible I can win. But yeah, you're right. I think it was a bit of a mistake. Another mistake was not using this Dragon Fang that I kept talking about and then ignoring. I guess maybe I'm just like afraid of, maybe I'm just subconsciously afraid of mis-executing it again, or mis-executing the overdrive. Okay, so let's get it down to just above 2,000. And we've got him. So another Oren attack, plus self-destruct, plus whoever I want to finish it off should do it here. Yep, that looks good. 117. Okay, we're gonna have to finish it with Tidus, unless Kamara can squeeze in a Lancet, because he can't. I guess we can just risk a character getting KO'd here if I really want to finish it with Wacko instead. How much do I care about that? Well, yeah, except Wacko could get KO'd, right? Yes, we're at the point where I'm also I think we don't know what the next turn is. Yeah, no, you're good. I must admit I'm kind of losing track also. All right, let's just, the thing to avoid it, like who gets last hit is secondary to not like somehow screwing up. So I'm gonna just go for the K-bomb right now and then finish off with Tidus, I think. Just make absolutely sure about the HP. Yeah, 117. So that's not gonna be a kill for Wacko, but it is for Tidus. So this is good enough. Alright, 2 hours, 2 successful Gui attempts. I'm going to take a break after this, although I'll wait and see. We'll do the second fight and see what the equipment drop is. If we don't get Sleep Strike, I'll reset and have another couple attempts in 2 hours or so, but I think 2 fights in a row is probably... Like, I think I'll probably start making more mistakes, losing concentration if I ran it back right now, so... I think the chance of getting Sleep Strike is pretty close to a 50-50, except, if I remember correctly, you can get a weapon drop from Gui, but if it's for Kamari or Oren, because it has to have piercing, sometimes there isn't space for Sleep Strike. So it's just like a completely useless, you know, plain katana or harpoon. But for any other character, and some of the time you get Aaron or Kamari, for, the weapon drop would be Sleep Strike. So, you know, it's not like there's other weapon options and we have to just try a whole bunch of times to get the right one. Like, it is the one weapon drop, it's just... main question is whether we get an armor again, because Sleep Proof is really not useful. Oops. Let's not have Seymour kill himself with Fyro. Alright, what is the drop? Staff of Thorns. Okay, so that is Sleep Strike on Yuna, which is certainly fine for the next few areas. I won't have it for underwater areas, but I can see those being hard, but I feel like Sleep Strike is... I don't think Sleep Strike really helps against the strongest underwater enemies. I won't have it for Baikonel, but that's fine too, I think. All the small encounters die to Stone Breath, and the big things kind of need Shooting Star anyway, if I'm not using mixes. So sure, I'm not going to reset this. That seems too fussy. I'll keep the Sleep Strike for I think it's good enough. It's going to be really helpful against Wendigo, actually. That's one thing I didn't mention, but if I want to beat Wendigo without wasting mixes, then being able to constantly keep him asleep was really nice. So I think that's good enough. Compared to Waka or Tidus, it's worse against evasive enemies, because Yuna doesn't have high accuracy, but for stuff like Flans, for big things, like dragons, or the... anything without an evasion stat, it's still fine. And Yuna's not doing much else in this challenge. Like, her healing doesn't... It just stops being useful later, because everything's gonna get KO'd in one hit. So having Yuna with a weapon ability to actually use is fine. I'll just do these cutscenes and then take a break from streaming for a couple of hours. I'll start again at 2 PM East US time, so that's in like 1 hour and 55 minutes.
What?
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna play anymore now. I'll just play through the cutscenes and then save at the start of, or like save at the next sphere. I think if I want to take on underwater encounters with just weapon equipment, like not wasting mixes, the way to do it is just with stone touch weapons. And so, I can imagine like SOS haste plus stone touch on Riku, Waka, and Tidus just being how I try and get through the underwater areas in Gagazet.
You won't?
The only enemy there that's weak to sleep is the Achalus, I think it's called. Achalus.
But I
So.
must do something.
You can't.
Overall, not bad Gui fights. Like, I got lucky. I made some mistakes and could have lost. But fighting it twice is not bad. So I haven't actually had game overs this run except on Obliterator, and that was only because I was trying to beat it without the crane. And I think I had 2 game overs there.
Before I knew what I was doing. Maybe I was angry. I kept thinking of...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not beating myself up about it. It's like, I was actually... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They were pretty good fights overall. I was watching my stream back the other day. It's really amazing the little things you notice. Like, there's lots of little missequencing I do in fights where it doesn't really matter, but it is like strictly, you know, it's like slightly suboptimal. And it's kind of funny how I didn't really think about that before watching myself play, but yeah, I'm certainly not claiming to play perfectly, and I think Gui was pretty good overall. How can you beat boss without item? Well, it depends a little on the boss. I'm still pretty much in the early game, so the bosses I can beat with just killing them with damage and magic. Later on, I'm going to use mixes, although with the restriction that I can only use each mix once in the game. So I will use mix for most of the later bosses. I think I'm also going to try and get some equipment that will help slightly. So for example, against Evray, the worm battle before Bevel, I think I'm going to try and get SOS regen armor to essentially sustain, like heal myself without items. But it's going to be pretty tough. No worries, yeah, no need to apologize for bad English, I can understand you just fine.
How many people die and Yuna dances?
So, summons are strong, and summons would make a lot of bosses easier, but I'm not allowing them, kind of because the places where they're good,
Yuna won't stop dancing.
the overdrives are just make the fights a bit too easy. Like, even though I'm not using the sphere grid, the Aeons actually still get stronger just by fighting battles. So by the time, by the time their stats get maxed from fighting battles, they actually beat most of the storyline stuff. So I'm just deliberately not using summons. It would make it easier for sure, but spamming Aeon overdrives kind of gets boring. So the only time I'm going to use summons is against the, like when we fight the other summoner in the prison area of Bevel. Okay, so let me save. But no, the summons would be the best way to do this if it wasn't for like just the fact I don't want to use them. They would still be strong. Let's actually check the didn't read no summons. Hey, no worries. Yeah, I didn't have the best way to like show all the restrictions. I know having them on the screen maybe gets in the way of other stuff, but let's see, how strong are my Aeons? Yeah, so I haven't leveled up Yuna at all on the sphere grid, but her Aeons are actually still stronger just because, like I said, they just gain stats from fighting battles. Alright, that's going to do it for now. I'll be back in about an hour and 3/4 and keep on going. Hopefully make it to, probably make it up to the next boss battle with Extractor, get Riku back in the party. Be good times. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'll see you all later.